Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you to almost end the week. Running the ARCA series here at Southern National. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is another one that I'm not 100% sure why I decided to run, but it sounded fun and there was quite a few people in the lobby, so definitely off the pace, just haven't been able to figure out how to get the car into the corner quickly enough, get back on the gas without over-rotating it off the corners and burning up the right rear, or sliding or losing too much time. We are, I believe, car 16? Yeah, 16 out of 24, so could be a race where we could gain quite a bit of iRating if we happen to finish well, qualified 10th. So starting on the outside definitely is going to be very tough, especially with this track the way it ends up being, you know, bottom groove track. And I've got a little better trying to, you know, be patient off the starts, but not wanting to get freight trained and, you know, struggling on the bottom, trying to get to the bottom without, you know, making contact or anything is going to be hard. From what I have seen, this is kind of going to be like being in a rookie race where the car that avoids the wrecks the most is actually the one going to finish in the front, not always the one that's outright fastest. So we're going to try to do our best to get to the bottom to be able to pick up spots, but I, of course, am worried about avoiding contact and whatnot. So see if we can click off all our goals of 0x and trying to get to you know, the top 5 and ahead of where we are. We could honestly give up spots off our starting position, still finish ahead of our car number and check off that goal. But the, you know, getting to the 0x and trying to get to the top 5 if possible would be great. I think the only way we get to the top 5 isn't going to be off of raw speed. It's going to be based on avoiding wrecks that might happen throughout the race, even if the front guys don't wreck themselves while they're racing. So we're just going to see what we can do, try to do the best. We can go 0x and complete all 60. It's got the potential, again, to help out our safety rating quite a bit, so we're going to do what we can. See about starting this one in 3rd gear, I think, instead of 2nd, just to avoid wheel spin. And it looks like everybody's laying back, so we're going to be jumping on the gas pretty hard. See everybody's way. Try to get the start. See, we got the 20-3 to the inside, so we're going to continue to run on the outside for right now. Try to work on being patient. We've cleared the 23. Don't know how much I want to challenge the 4 to the outside. Just going to kind of work our way around if we can. Don't want to burn up the tires too much, of course, but try to keep it clean and then find our hole.
Still there. Still there.
See if we can clear the 2 in the next couple laps or so and try to work our way to the bottom. See, looks like we're clear to get ourselves down to the bottom now. We're able to actually pick up a few spots off the start, so that's nice. Actually going to move the brake bias forward just a hair so that we don't lock the tires up on the entry, and then as the race goes on we can move it back. So this is one of the few times when I feel like doing that has actually made me more comfortable. Just kind of easily working the car around. I know my lap times are severely far off from where the fast guys are going to be at, so... And we get loose off the corner, able to save it, so we got somebody on the outside, so we're going to be careful. We'll let the 4 go if he wants it. Just got on the throttle a little too hard there, lost it, so I'm fine with giving up that spot. Falling back to 8th is okay with me. Got quite a bit of a gap back to the 6, so we're going to try to clean it back up, see if we can pull away from them. Follow in line with the 4. See if we can try to get back up. There might be a few spots up there if somebody's slower that we can get by. I feel like I'll lock the brakes up a little bit there, so we're going to have to watch the braking and the pressure getting into the corners. Honestly, a top 10 out of this, you know, where we started would feel good given where we're at and, you know, how much faster everybody is. Got loose again. Looks like we got 1 wreck up high. Just getting on the gas too hard off the corner there. That heated the tires up, sent us around. We're going to try to save it, keep it off the wall. Get ourselves rolling, hopefully. don't end up laps down if we can. I'm going to try to avoid getting into anybody. You can see we're not very far ahead of the leader, so that's going to result in some problems.
20th place.
Managed to fall all the way back. That was just an unforced error on my part for trying to drive too hard off a slide in the tires, so just going to do what we can to try to get past these guys, see if we can pull away from the leader at all. Wanted to finish on the lap, doesn't look like it's going to happen, so just a completely unforced error on my part, and I probably should have practiced a little more, but I don't think we should have an issue jumping in front of our car number because of all the, you know, contact that should happen, but we'll see if we can try to move our way up if possible. Don't want to affect the leader's race at all, but, you know, I still have some spots to contend for, so just gonna see what we can do. He's gonna move to the inside, so we'll let him have it now.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Inside. Hold your line.
Just gonna run to the outside, let these guys go.
Still there. Keep it steady.
I'm not gonna drastically slow the car down because I don't want to lose so much ground to the few cars in front that we can try to pick up spots on.
Car inside. 3 wide. 2 low. Clear inside.
Able to pick up a spot off the 2. We've got the
Inside.
15 still slow. He was the one that had been sitting on the front stretch. We got somebody else sitting there. Like I said, I feel like this is the equivalent of a rookie race where if you can avoid wrecks and not do something stupid yourself, you can pick up a lot of spots. So just gonna see how many spots we can pick up here. See if we can work our way back to a top 10 finish where we started. Which I guess it's possible if you get enough people up front wrecking. There's some guys that I figured would be faster that are not actually, so it's interesting. You can see we were able to keep that spin from getting us a incident point, so that's nice even if we don't complete all the laps. So we're just going to keep working our way around and try not to push the car too hard to avoid having that happen again. Just kind of trying to learn how to ease onto the throttle out of the corners a little more. That'll help me avoid the situation again. I think that was my problem, was I was just getting on the gas too hard, too quick out of the corners and trying to force it. And then once I slid it once, you're going to get that right rear hot, and it was going to make it tougher. You can see I kind of did the same thing there again, so able to catch it. So just going to try to work, see if we can follow the leaders, use this as a chance to study what they're doing. You see the 13 had moved over to let him by, so try to take advantage, see if we can get a little closer to him. Looks like the race is going a little cleaner now, so it'll be tougher to pick up spots. And we're already over a third of the way through, so
We need to get by Miller to get the lucky dog position.
we got a couple more spots up here that we should be able to get by some guys in order to try to pick up a few more spots. Like I said, at this point, getting to our starting position to 10th would be great. See these two right here, the 13 and the 14 are both for position, so if we can follow the 13 around, get to the inside of the 14. Oh, we don't want to follow them because we make contact. That was frustrating. On the same spot we wrecked before, we're going to get ourselves rolling.
3 wide, 2 outside.
Yeah, that
outside.
really stunk. That was not at all what I wanted to have happen. Gonna get the car corrected. Yeah, we're gonna fall way back.
P18.
Yep. So we're just gonna do what we can to salvage any kind of finish out of that. We'll have to go back and see. I thought I was going high enough to avoid the 13, and not sure if I came up into the 14 or if the 14 came down trying to avoid him as well. So it's definitely an unfortunate event. I think we're gonna be 2 laps down, is my guess. Yeah, we're 2 laps down now, so sucks. Looks like we were trying to get it righted and get rolling, and we were going to start picking off a few spots and try to salvage a finish out of it, and then we had that. So yeah, it's fine balance in a very, very tough race. So, yeah, just gonna do what we can to try to salvage it, which was what I was saying before. But you know, now it's really imperative that we just kind of drive. Feel like I'm losing time into the 2s and 15s. So,
Time was 16.00.
right side is, I guess, we're technically running where iRacing thinks we should run. So, we still somehow have the possibility of beating that, although nowhere near the finish that I want to have. You can see we're halfway through the race now. Car definitely doesn't feel right. Probably got some front end damage that is causing it to turn off, so it's going to be tough to drive it now. It just feels like it's tracking pretty bad. You can see the 2's pulling away from us, so we're just gonna have to pray that some people have problems up front and we're able to pick up spots that way, because it's definitely not going to be done by speed on the track. It's not tracking well, and trying to apply the gas is getting tougher. So anybody that gets to us is obviously going to be more than welcome to go on by, because we're just going to be in the way. So just trying to log laps at this point to salvage a safety rating loss, and again, maybe you'll have unfortunate circumstances of more people making contact and we'll be able to get on by. Car feels like it's kind of just reacting weird to the steering inputs because of the different amounts of wheel I have to put in and how it's tracking down the front stretch. So
the gap ahead is now 3.2 seconds.
Feel bad. Wanted to get everybody a better finish, have something clean, but yeah, this race has just been rough, it seems like, for a lot of people. It's survival of the fittest and not always survival of the fastest. So, learning experience. You know, probably shouldn't have been in that situation to start, because, you know, we had unforced errors to lose it off the corner. We should have been farther higher up, but yeah, that's just what it is, I guess. So just kind of trying to work it around just log laps at this point.
The gap in front is now 3.5 seconds.
I think everybody's got all the wrecking out of their system, so my guess is there's not going to be very many more opportunities to find any spots.
16.13.
You can hear how bad our lap times are right now as well. Although the bright side is, if we can get by the 7, we've technically got a lap on the car behind us, so we've got plenty of gap out behind in order to not lose a spot. So trying to find whatever silver lining out of this that I can, because it's going to suck to lose both iRating and safety rating out of this. So, well, maybe we'll get lucky in with just the 1.4x. It won't hurt us too bad.
The gap in front is now 3.3. You've just done a 16.17.
Probably shouldn't have lost as much time if I would have been able to get it going better. Just combination of hot tires and trying to get in a rush, we lost it. It's like the 15's having problems off, or the 7's having problems off the corner, so we're going to watch out for him so we don't get collected up in something else. Just try to get around him as easily as possible. So it looks like he's going high. Not sure if that's intentional or if he's just having issues controlling the car. So we're going to kind of take it easy, watch him. No real urgent need to get by him at all. So no reason to jeopardize our race at all.
That lap time was 16.33.
He's got a significant amount of damage, so we're going to try to scoot on by on the inside if possible.
Still there.
He's holding tight to the outside, so I'm okay with kind of letting him go for now, because I've got nobody out behind that's going to be challenging for anything, and if the 23 gets to us, he is more than welcome to have the spot. Doesn't look like anybody's wrecking. There's nobody that we're even close to racing, so try again, see if we can get by him, but if he's going to run on the outside again, I'm not going to Not going to force the issue when he's kind of all over. Fine with just riding and logging the laps. And if the 23 gets to us, he is by all means more than welcome to go by. It's a little loose off, we're able to avoid him. If the 23 is able to get by him, he's more than welcome to have the spot once he gets to us. He's got quite a bit of way to go to the 4 car for 6, but I have no problem letting him by. Although I'm not sure if we were actually all that much slower than him, or if it was the 7 that was holding us up, allowing the 23 to catch. Oh, we get loose off the corner. It's not what the 23 wants to see. We're going to let him on by, and he just runs into the back of us when we're trying to go high for him. So, not sure what that was about.
Hold your line, clear low.
Gonna let him by, fall in behind, see if we can stay ahead of the 7 so we don't have to deal with that issue anymore. Trying to finish this out as cleanly as I can. I know this is boring at this point with no spots to run for and running so far in the back. Sucks because I like to give you guys as good of results, but I'm not going to sugarcoat things when we drive dumb too, because, you know, this channel isn't just about showing off pro moments and good moments. This is all about, you know, the real journey of starting from the bottom and trying to get as good as we can. So it's all learning experiences along the way. Finding plenty of areas that I struggle at, you know, plenty of areas that I don't even know what I'm doing and what I need to do better. So it's all learning, and I appreciate you guys all being along the way so far for it. Get loose again, just got on the throttle a little too hard. Overshot that corner, so we're just gonna ease until we get lined up. See, we should have 5 to go this time.
Your lap time was 60.
Looks like the 23 overshot as well, but the 23 is in a comfortable spot with nobody pressuring him from behind, and nobody really right away to catch either. Just trying to make our way around, make laps, learn from them, and try to stay out of everybody's way as best as we can.
The gap ahead is now 5.4 seconds.
Fortunately, the time after we get involved in the wreck is the time that it settles down and does not allow us to pick up any more spots. So frustrating, but again, we created the problem ourselves with the first one, so I cannot be angry at anybody at all. It's 100% unforced, 100% on me, and take the blame. Know how much more I have to work on to improve, just to try to be clean and survive.
The gap in front is now 5.1 seconds.
Come by for the white flag. Just gonna try to bring this thing home.
White flag, last lap. That was 60.30.
At least happy enough to
We can catch this car.
not giving up and you know, not had to worry about forcing anything. Tried to drive as respectful as we could without causing any issues, and
16th place. That's the end of the race.
Yeah.
Never mind.
we'll take a look at the contact with the 13 and the 14 and see what happened there, and then check the results out. Should have been right around here halfway. See, we're falling inside of them. 13's gonna get loose off. Oh, 14! Both of them actually spun at the same time. Wow, yeah. So you can see the 13's already starting to lose it. He's on the inside. The 14 actually simultaneously loses it as well. They're both sideways at that point. You can see how much the 14 had right wheel. I don't think I really had anywhere to go. I mean, I could have tried to jump on the brakes, but the chances of me getting to the outside here to the right of the 14 were so slim by the time they started going. Yeah, I don't really think I had anywhere to go. That was just bad luck. I was, if the 14 had continued to be up and the 13 was the only one to spin, I think likely we would have probably been able to miss the 13 to his outside. I was kind of seeing him start going down the track, down the banking, which is why I was holding my line. I didn't realize the 14 it was losing. It was coming down the track as well. Let's look and see. We could have tried to get on the brakes a little bit. I mean, we had some traffic, but I don't think we would have had anywhere to go. I think that one's just tough break, and not much we could do about that one. So let's check out the results, see how bad the damage is. Not the way we wanted to finish that out, but not much you can do either. You can see it was top split out of 4, 28.63 strength of field. We were absolutely nowhere near a fast time. We were 2/10 off of that, although I never really felt like I got to run very quick laps because I was either navigating traffic or dealing with the wrecks afterwards. You can see we managed to gain 0.2 on the safety rating, plus got the 0.4, so that gets us up to 2.6, 2.46, 0.6 total gain, so that was nice. Lost 14 on the iRating, which sucks because if we could have finished somewhere in here, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20, but we'll get it back. Plenty of races. Still long time in the growth period to try to get that, and plenty more shots to learn and try to take advantage. So glad that wasn't the safety rating hit that I thought it would be, but it was definitely a rough race. You can see just all the incident points throughout the field as well. So feel very fortunate enough to be back in this area and have only gotten 4 out of it, although it would have been nice to, to finish clean and get somewhere up there. But frustrating. Not much you can do. I feel a little better at least looking at it that the two of them just happened to run the wrong way and we didn't really have anywhere to go, so we tried to make the best out of it. Again, hate that unforced error in the early part of the race. That was all on me. Not something I like to show you guys, not something I like to do, but mistakes done. I'm going to try to learn from it. Just make sure we don't repeat it again if at all possible, and move on to the next race. So until that next one, remember to like and subscribe. Leave any comments below. Any suggestions you got for how you're practicing this or learning these techniques or anything, that would always be greatly appreciated. Again, I'm trying to learn, teach you guys something, but we're learning right along with everybody else well. So good luck in all of your races. Hope your laps are fast, your races are clean, you get good finishes. And until next time, thanks for watching.